welcome. New York Fights has O'Shea Jones with us today. O'Shea, I think you're running the gauntlet here of interviews, and we're very glad to hear from you ahead of your fight coming up, defending your world title on July 25th.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations to you winning that title. And you had quite a barn burner of a fight against a very tough opponent, Femke Hermans. Tell us a little bit, looking back, about that fight and that achievement. It was truly an impressive fight on both your parts, which was what made it so good to watch.
Right. It at first, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought like, oh, this is gonna be kind of easy because she doesn't have this or she doesn't have that, like she doesn't have a great jab. But when I got in there, it was harder than I expected because of the orky dorky style that she has. But I feel like, finding my rhythm, it took me a couple rounds, and then eventually I feel like I was just outscoring her and outboxing her um into to the end of the fight.
No question about that. Well, what she does have is experience, and she's certainly been in with a lot of very impressive opponents. But you
Right.
you got through it. You heard those magic words and the new, right? So now you're going to be taking
Yes,
on,
yes.
yeah, I mean, those are the words you live for, isn't it? I mean, especially early in your career. Later, it'll be and still.
And still, right. That's what I'm looking for this fight, and still this fight.
Yeah. What do you know about your upcoming opponent? It's a girl out of Miami, and her name, I've got to look it up, Elia Carranza. I don't know much about her. What can you tell us about her?
Um, I know that she's a pressure fighter. She loves to come forward. I watched a couple of interviews, and she said that, this is her time, this is her shot. So I know she's coming to fight, and she's this is her chance to be a world champion. So I don't think she's just going to come to just to lay down. This is not a tomato can or anything like that. She Yeah, I think she's gonna come and she's not gonna stop. But my plan is to outbox her, stay relaxed, look sharp, look good. And I don't want to make it a dog fight, because if I make it a dog fight, that'll be her fight. I want to make it a clean chess match, like that I'm outscoring her the whole time. I want to keep my distance. She's expecting me to come aggressively as always. But this fight, I just want to stay relaxed. I want to just, stay disciplined, stay tight, have my defense tight, a lot of feints. And I feel like, I don't never want to say easy, but I feel like it'll be definitely a great defense fight for me.
Well, you understand the position she's in because you've been in that position, but now they're the ones coming for what you have, where you used to
Right.
be in her shoes. So you know what that's all about. Yeah, you are very highly ranked. Ring has you at number one. I think everybody has you in the top 10. ESPN has you number two. And it's notable, you are OTX's first women's champion. And you're also the first champion. I think you're the first champion overall. And you're also the first women's champion from Toledo. I find that really hard to believe.
Really?
Yeah, you are. You didn't know that.
No, I said really to you, finding it hard to believe. Toledo champion. Well, the first female Toledo champion. I
First
think the
female
first.
champion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah.
female.
With so much talent there, I mean, that really does surprise me a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, what people should also know is that you are now in the camp of Bozy Ennis, and that is a powerhouse train. How has it been being in that environment and training there with so much talent on board in Philadelphia?
I feel like it's been a great experience because there's so many training around other world champions. Just make you want to be better yourself. So I've been training with Rail Rashim Jefferson, also a very good trainer. Also, he has a lot of people coming up right now, and he's Rail just been pushing me like the hardest. This overall, this probably all eight of my fights I'm 8-0. So this probably has been the hardest camp that I ever had, like, in my life. Like, it was been times that, like, I broke down crying, like, during the training session because it was just so hard. But I feel like, it's gonna show how hard I've been working in the ring, on July 25th. And I'm very excited, to show the world, that this girl is not on my level, and I want better competition. I want more belts, and I want bigger fights. I want more exposure.
Boy, before the big exposure does come the suffering. And, that's very
Right.
honest of you to say that it is, you have really hard days. You probably lay awake at night sometimes and think, what am I doing?
No, really. And it's I really dislike when people always like don't want to tell the truth about some things. Like telling the truth um helps other people overcome what they're going through also, because like we're human at the end of the day. Like, it's going to be days where, even as women, we might be on our cycle and it might be hard for us, or just mentally you might be going through something in your life where it's just like, oh my god, I can't get through this. Like, I don't feel like running 5 miles after I gotta pay, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of things that's going through your mind while you're in training camp. Like, life don't stop, it keeps going while you're training. Like, that's what make it harder. And but that, I think over time, that's what makes you a greater person, a better fighter, and a more disciplined fighter also. Like, being through so many obstacles and getting over them, it just makes you better overall.
Well, and achieving, getting past those obstacles gives you that mental strength because it's all mental, isn't it? It's not just the
Right.
body, it's the
Right.
mind, it's the heart and mind. Women's
Right.
boxing is really having a moment. You've had a long amateur career, you've been a pro for 3 years. Just in the time that you have been active, talk about the changes you've seen, the fortunes for women. Women are finally getting a stage, they're finally earning some decent money. Did you imagine that when you first started?
I didn't even realize how big of a difference it was when I was an amateur, because I always grew up in the gym. My father was my coach. My brothers, was boxing right alongside of me. Every time we go to nationals, we fought the same minutes. We won the same belts in it, unless we were in different, like, the junior brackets or whatever. But it was kind of like everything was equal in the amateurs. It wasn't until the professionals that I seen like, oh, this is not fair. I have all these, accolades. I'm Olympic bronze medalist, I'm a all the 29 Pan Am gold medalists, everything, like all my tournaments I won, all the national titles I won as an amateur and being an Olympian. And it was so hard for me to get signed. I was the only USA female that medal in the 2020 Olympics, and I was like the last one to get signed. Like, and it was mainly because I didn't want to accept something that I feel like I truly didn't deserve. I feel like men that didn't even do half of what I did was getting signing bonuses. They was getting signed off rip. Their first pro debut was on TV. It was just, I just feel like it wasn't fair. Like, I just feel like it wasn't fair. But now I feel like women's boxing is evolving slowly, and I would love to be. Well, I feel like I am going to be eventually. I would love to be a part of it. The more paid, the I would even like to fight 3 minutes. Like, it's not our fault that we're women. We didn't choose this. Like, we just. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes boxing punish females for being a girl. Like, sometimes I just feel that way, but I feel like is getting very, is growing, and I'm excited to see, what's in store, in the future for us.
And I have to go where you just mentioned, the constant discussion of the 3-minute rounds. You fight 3-minute rounds as amateurs. Why do you think there's so much of a
Yes.
controversy over going to 3-minute rounds as pros, especially for the recent, round of Olympians, the last couple of cycles? You're already doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, can you figure out why that? This is such a big deal. To me, it seems like nothing.
I don't know why is it a big I don't know why they changed it from 2 minutes to 3 minutes. Cause you remember in the amateurs, you remember women used to fight 4 2-minute rounds. Then they changed it to the 3 minute rounds like the guys. So I'm thinking like I'm just about to, go over to the pros and it's about to be the same. No, they changed it. I don't understand why. I personally think because a lot of people don't like women's boxing. Like they be like, oh, the girls on, I'll come back. Like until they give us, our chance and they starting to see like, dang, these girls can do the same thing that the guys doing. They be going at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and we only have 2 minutes. So it kind of feel kind of rushed. Like we gotta hurry up and get our, action in before the time run out instead of being nice and relaxed like the guys. But I really don't know. I really don't know. If it was up to me, I would say the 3 minutes because that's the only difference between us. But in the significant difference with the pay. So I feel like if we get things, we should get the same pay as them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, women are fighters. The fight will continue there. You've been a pro for 3 years, but you had a long amateur career. What what have you learned in the 3 years you've been a pro that's different from when you were an amateur? What was the learning curve when you were already so experienced as an amateur?
I feel like in the amateurs, I feel like throwing a variety of punches. Like for example, I used to get my girls out of there by throwing a lot of punches to give them an 8 count. And then if I get 3 8 counts, they'll stop the fight. Now you go in the ring and the professionals, they want to see you hurt someone. They want to see you stop them till they can't go any longer. It's no just da 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 da. I'm trying to sit down. I'm trying to make somebody, you know, throw up or, the other one on themselves. I'm really trying to hurt, these girls to get them out of there.
You look like you've added quite a body attack, which is very impressive. And O'Shea, there's nothing I love more than a body shot knockout. So
Thank you.
it's
Thank
all
you.
good. It's all good. Um, but it's got to make you have hope for what you can achieve in the future. Seeing what happened over the weekend, for example, with a big women's card and the growing recognition, and the numbers are out for the viewership. It was excellent. Um, Points, there were 4 million viewers. And women's
Mm,
sports in general, it's the WNBA, it's women's tennis has been a powerhouse for a long time. Is it a good
track.
time, despite all the challenges? Do you feel like it's a good time where you're at right now?
Yes. I feel like it's a great time right now. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful to be a part of it. I just can't wait to it grow, a little bit more. And like the show that just showed Friday, I feel like that card changed those girls' lives. Like that was probably the biggest payday they ever got paid ever in boxing, period. So I feel like I can't wait till that it touches everybody, not just a select few, because we all out here grinding, we all out here, making sacrifices to be the best we can be in the sport of boxing.
What every athlete wants, no matter who you are or where you come from. Before I let you go, obviously you've got a fight right in front of you, 10 days away or so. But what are your plans for the rest of the year? Will we see perhaps a unification fight before the end of the year?
Um, I definitely got to get one more fight after this fight. So I'm trying to fight for the WBO belt with Emma Cozen. I want it. We're waiting on her team to reply, but I really want that. I want another belt. I want another belt to be one step closer to being, undisputed. That's what I really want.
Well, good luck to you. I'm going to truly enjoy watching you get there, O'Shea. Best of luck to you. Folks, it's OTX on July 25th. Tune in.